this is the current situation. I need to pack as soon as possible.
I bought a ticket with no return. Hello everybody, my name is Maria, and for those who don't know, I'm a Portuguese student that graduated psychology and then moved to the UK in September of 2019 to do my master's degree in organizational psychology. The reason why I'm filming this video is to raise some awareness, and especially of what has been going on in the UK in the past days. And yes, I bought a ticket with no return. So I want to start this video by saying that I am extremely grateful for the opportunity that I had to go abroad and do my master's degree abroad. It's not finished yet. I'm in my second semester. No one knows how it's going to be from now on, but a master's degree in the UK is just 1 year. So it's 1 year of a lot of hard work. That's why in some other countries a master's degree lasts 2 years. But I made this decision, right? I don't regret the decision I made, and I'm pretty sure it was one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. I am really grateful for the university that I got accepted in. I had a great experience there. I'm beyond thankful, and there are no words to express how much I appreciate the opportunity that I'm having. Although yes, I am back in my country now, I'm back in Portugal. This was not an easy decision to make, but I had to make one, and I made the decision to come back home. By now, I'm pretty sure that we all know what is this virus that has been killing a lot of people and infecting some others. Actually, I have some friends from China, and I have a really close friend that is from Wuhan. Around the end of January, beginning of February, everyone started panicking about the coronavirus, but at the same time making a lot of jokes about it. I've been dealing with the situation since that time because of my friends, and especially it's really difficult actually. So I've been dealing with the situation since that time, and I've heard my friends' stories, how much they were struggling, but at the same time things were getting better, and they were all going through a really tough time. And I just kept seeing on the internet jokes and people expressing their racism and using this virus as an excuse pretty much. So basically, as far as we know, the outbreak point was in Wuhan, China, then it went to Italy, and then in Italy people did not really take it seriously. So they started going on vacation and acting like nothing was happening. I remember that in the beginning of last week, I was seeing my friends back home all saying that their universities were being shut down and some services were stopping. And I was feeling really confused because I was like, we have like 30 cases in Portugal. Why are people already going like this? Because I was living in a country where no measures were being taken, and we were all being reassured that everything was fine. We had no reasons to worry, absolutely no reasons to worry. Last week I was telling my friends back in Portugal, like, don't worry with the situation here, I'm safe. The NHS is handling the situation so well. The UK's population is more than 66 million of people, so they're updating the cases, and it's not a reason to worry because we are all going to be treated if we get infected. We just need to be really careful with the elderly. Everything is going to be fine. No. So I started questioning why were people in Portugal being so active in relation to this, but I soon realized why people in Portugal were, or the majority of them, were acting that way, and I started getting really proud of my country, because they were learning a lesson from Italy that unfortunately was and is suffering a lot at this moment. So international students started questioning, why is our university with 35,000 students per day on campus open like nothing is wrong? Why are people still going on parties? Why are people still going clubbing? Why is everything open? And I soon got to this realization. So the UK left the European Union, right? And the UK now has no European Union fund. Also, is it within their interest to stop their economy?
We must act like any wartime government and do whatever it takes to support our economy.
Yeah. As Boris Johnson announced on the 12th of March, that's what matters the most. So while other countries were closing schools, universities, shopping centers, and a lot of services, the UK was not acting the same way. It was acting the exact opposite way. So I read an article that was released on the 13th of March on The Guardian that said, instead, the UK has opted for behavioral nudges. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, don't shake hands with others, stay at home if you feel ill, and self-isolate if you have a continuous cough. Okay, for those who don't know, I'm going to give you just a brief definition of what is a nudge behavior. I have seen experiments and videos of when you want to implement pro-environmental behaviors, and it works, for example, like this. Let's say you have a trash bin, and every time you put something on the trash bin, there's a sound. When people realize that, they want to put every trash on that trash bin so they hear the sound. That's an effective nudge behavior. To me, washing hands doesn't feel like something that should be implemented now in 2020. To me, this is common sense. To me, there's the need of acting proactively and not to ignore what is happening like everything is fine. The World Health Organization advised people to do quarantine, avoid social contact, and so many other things. And the UK decided to do the exact opposite. So on Sunday, the 15th of March, it was published on The Guardian another article saying, the government is not following the WHO strategy. They appear to have concluded that it is inevitable most people would get the disease. So we should let the epidemic proceed to allow 60% of the population to become infected and build herd immunity through the wild virus. So yes, their intention was to deliberately infect the population. And now you can tell me, yeah, but the people in the older age groups were advised to stay at home. Yeah, but that was not happening because not a lot of emphasis was being put on this situation. Not only the elderly are the risk population, they make part of the risk population, yes, but there are people that are younger and they happen to be in the risk population too. How could people stay at home even for 7 days? You had to go to work. There was no excuse to stay at home. So on Saturday, the 14th of March, I started getting really worried and I was like, no, I don't want to stay in the island. I need to leave now. Unfortunately, I happen to have a health condition that it's nothing serious. It's sinusitis. So on Thursday when I got back from classes, I started having a crisis. And I had no fever, I had no coronavirus symptoms, okay? I had nothing like that. I stayed at home and I kept taking my medication. Unfortunately, my medication ran out. And it was sold out everywhere too in the UK. Because even though things were not closing, some people were buying like hand sanitizer, masks, medication, pasta. Those things were sold out, but at the same time, people were acting like nothing was happening. And let me just tell you, there were already deaths by this point, okay? There was already people dying, a lot of people dying, and okay, there's exceptions. There's people that are British, and I'm pretty sure they were aware and they were worried. But a lot of British people were acting like nothing was wrong. And I mean, how can I blame them if their government gives them advice to continue their normal lives? So my medication ran out and I tried to call to a number that assists Portuguese people that are abroad, but since it was a weekend, my call was not answered. So then I considered calling the 111, which is like their health assistance number. I was not allowed to call because you can only call if you have these 3 conditions. So I had no other choice by going to my GP and ask for medication. Let's keep in mind, I had no symptoms of the virus, okay? So when I entered my GP, I saw signs everywhere saying that if you have coronavirus symptoms, just leave. But since I didn't, I just kept going. Also, this is important to mention, there were 2 people in the waiting room, okay? 2 people. So I went straight to the reception and I asked if I could have a doctor's appointment. I was told that they were not booking any appointments, but this lady asked me what brought me there. So I told her my condition, and she immediately started shouting at me and saying, "Leave! Leave right now! Leave! Evacuate! Leave! You have to go outside immediately! Just leave! A doctor will call you at 11. Leave!" I left. I went home. I waited for the call never came. I started packing my bags, and on Monday morning, I flew back to my country. I'm also extremely conscious that traveling is not the best option right now, okay? I was not traveling to go on holidays, I was traveling to try to get back home. Even though I was extremely careful on the trip, when I got home, I decided to self-isolate. I'm not even doing quarantine like my family is doing. I'm in a separate division, separate bathroom. I'm living in a separate place. This is why you probably don't recognize this place. This is not even my room, okay? But I'm staying here right now because I don't want to compromise anyone in my family, because I traveled and I just came back from a country where no measures were being taken. I know that now some measures are being taken, and I am grateful that my university decided to stop having face-to-face classes. But I can tell you that on the weekend, we started receiving emails from our university saying that they were just going to start online teaching on 27th of April, not March. April. Of course, a lot of students were really concerned and everyone went back home pretty much. I'm thankful that my university took this decision. But when I came here, I didn't know how things were going to be, and I still don't know. I have a dissertation to do, I have online classes to do, I have exams, assignments, a lot of stuff to do. Everything is really unsure right now. I'm glad that my university decided to stop having face-to-face teaching, but unfortunately, this is not like this in the entire UK, okay? I'm filming this video today on Wednesday, 17th of March. And I believe people now are being more conscious, but what was happening there, I was kicked out of my GP and I did not even have coronavirus symptoms. So I'm guessing you can imagine what happens if you have. I know the story of a girl that is an Asian girl, and she has been with 40 degrees of fever in the past days. And the NHS has refused to help this girl. And guys, what the Asian people are facing, it's crazy, okay? It's crazy. So today is the 17th of March, right? I just opened the government tracking cases for the coronavirus. And I'm going to let you know how many cases are reported here and how many deaths are also reported here. So reported cases, 1,950. And total people that died, 60. Now let me tell you when this was last updated. Updated today at 9 a.m. Then you go on the worldmeters.info website and you can check the cases updated. And now I'm going to tell you the real, that we believe to be real, numbers of the UK. 2,626, and the number of people that died are 104. And not to mention the people that want to be treated but can't be treated. I'm hoping that everyone stay safe there, and I'm hoping that people understand that measures are necessary to be taken. And for some reason, the majority of the international students went back to their home countries because the situation is not good there, and they are making it seem as if everything is okay. I just decided to make this video so I can let you guys know how bad things are there. I'm guessing that they are getting better because at least my university is now delivering online teaching, and I know some other universities are now doing online teaching as well. I hope other services also take some measures because it's not acceptable what they are doing to their people, and I'm so sorry. This was not an easy decision to make. I left some friends there that I don't know when I'll be able to see them again. I left some dreams there, and I left a bunch of other stuff. But I decided to make the decision of coming back home where I feel safe and where I can do a quarantine. And it's not even a quarantine what I'm doing. I'm doing a self-isolation because, as I mentioned, I don't want to compromise anyone around me. This was actually a very difficult video for me to make. I feel like I rambled so many times and I feel like I didn't even say half of what I have to say. And please don't joke about this situation. Take it with the seriousness that it deserves and stay safe, and please make sure that the others around you are safe as well. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.
Of course I'll go to a pub if I need to go to a pub.
What do you think?